A scandal in scrubs.
The chief motivation for this type of crime is almost always greed.
The feds say that thousands of nurses may be working near you with a fake nursing diploma. And in a Shade Room exclusive, we found out that black students may be the main targets.
It's definitely disproportionately impacting minority communities.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Miami calls it Operation Nightingale. Back in January, over 24 people were arrested linked to a network of once accredited schools that are now accused of selling fake transcripts and diplomas to aspiring nurses. Of the 7,600 people who allegedly purchased these fake transcripts and diplomas, a third of them actually passed the board exams, which cleared the way for them to qualify to get their license in their specific state and get to work. And when we started to dig a little bit, we started to connect the dots and realized many people behind the scheme have something in common. The diplomas may look legitimate, but they're not.
At about $15,000 per diploma, we're looking around at $114 million paid for these documents.
And now states are going after hundreds of nurses nationwide, encouraging them to either surrender their licenses or face the possibility of getting them revoked. At the center of this federal investigation are 3 former nursing schools, Siena College and the Sacred Heart International Institute, both in Broward County, Florida, and the Palm Beach School of Nursing in Palm Beach, Florida, all of which have been closed.
Knowing that the candidates would use those false documents to, 1, sit for nursing board examinations, secure nursing licenses, and 3, ultimately obtain nursing jobs in medical facilities.
We found this YouTube video of Johanna Napoleon from years ago promoting her nursing school. She's Haitian and the mastermind behind Palm Beach School of Nursing, who, according to court paperwork, owned and operated with 4 other subsidiary nursing programs in Florida. Court documents show that she, with help from 14 other staffers and nurse recruiters, created and distributed fake diplomas and transcripts for aspiring RN and LPN candidates. Investigators say they found emails that she sent to other nurse education programs containing blank templates of nurse diplomas and transcripts. Valère Dorisseau is one of them. He was also named in the complaint as owner of the Center for Advanced Training Studies in New Jersey. He's also from Haiti and is accused of wiring $30,000 to Napoleon in exchange for fake nursing diplomas and transcripts.
Not only is this a public safety issue, but it also tarnishes the reputation of nurses who actually did the hard clinical and coursework required to get licenses and jobs.
Another suspect that caught our eye is businessman Stanton Witherspoon, the CEO of a popular media company in Liberia. He was part owner of Siena College, where court documents reveal that he and his co-conspirators, quote, solicited and recruited people seeking nursing credentials and employment as an RN or LPN, and sent and caused others to send, via wire communications, information used to create false and fraudulent transcripts and diplomas from Siena College.
The chief motivation for this type of crime is almost always greed.
The list goes on. This woman, Vorce Thompson, was owner and operator of Unity Healthcare Training and Employment in Union County, New Jersey. The website is still active. Investigators found emails through Interstate Wire of Thompson, quote, requesting to get a transcript edited prior to sending it to the Florida Board of Education.
Please leave your message for 561.
The Shade Room reached out to several defendants about these allegations. None of them responded, but we did sit down with Jordan Fensterman, who's representing 12 nurses in New York. They recently received letters from the Office of Professions.
They demanded that they give up their license unless and until they can prove that they attained all of their credits from schools other than one of the 6 schools.
He says that the catch is his clients did complete the necessary coursework and the required clinicals. He says that these were once accredited schools that got caught committing crimes with other nurses that are not his clients. Did they move forward knowing that, yes, I'm going to get this degree anyway, but I didn't do the clinical work?
I don't think that's the case at all. New York State had approved the program, is the point. So they paid for these schools that were New York State approved schools. And now it seems like the government's looking back and saying, wait a second, you should have known. But why didn't the education department know and not approve the school?
He says most of the nurses that he represents are immigrants where English is their second language. He believes that many of the nurses wrapped up in this investigation were targeted because the people running these schools were of the same nationality.
It's definitely disproportionately impacting minority communities.
Have your clients been fired?
I have not yet had a client that's told me they've been fired. My clients have not given up their RN licenses. They haven't sent back their RN licenses because they're maintaining the position and have proof that they attended these classes.
Hannah Williams is a former nurse, now attorney, who owns a law firm in Atlanta. She's representing several healthcare professionals facing these licensing complaints.
Did they go through the clinical work?
My clients went to various schools within the Operation Nightingale investigation. As it's been already reported, those schools did operate legitimately, and they did have approval status through their agencies in their states.
Do you think that they were targeted based on maybe their immigration status or them not knowing, how we move here in the United States?
So my clients are hardworking, compassionate immigrants from Black countries who came to this country for a better life with dreams of practicing nursing. There obviously are some people who purchased transcripts as part of the Operation Nightingale, but we also know that there were nurses who are legitimate and went to those schools legitimately. We don't know how, but it's seemingly that they are being lumped together with the nurses who are fraudulent. And so what I have been tasked to do and what I am going to do is defend my clients because they are legitimate and try to work with the state to show that they did receive their education legitimately.
The Georgia Board of Nursing and a number of states have sent letters to nurses asking them to voluntarily surrender their licenses. But Williams says that her clients will not be doing that. She's going to wait on the state of Georgia to act and see what comes out of their investigation. It's also important to note that many states are handling this differently, but many of them are denouncing the purchase of fake degrees. Now, investigators say that they do not plan on charging any of these nurses, but they do say there is no evidence that suggests that anybody was harmed under these nurses' care. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.